Good morning, St. Luke's. Welcome to our last episode. My name is Timothy Koo, and it's been an absolute delight to bring you this morning program of what we hope has been a time of encouragement and connection. We're into the second day post-circuit breaker, and we look to the future with hope. It is fitting to end our series with a very special interview with a very special lady, Belinda Lee, who is known to many of you as a TV host with a heart, I might add, and an actress who is a true artist. So I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming you, Belinda, to Good Morning, St. Luke's.
Good morning, St. Luke's. Hello, everybody. Hello, 大家早上好。
Thank you. I must add that Belinda's care for you as patients and her regard for you as staff meant that she has had to set this time aside, having just returned from the US, jet-lagged and serving her stay-home notice. But when I asked her if she wanted to postpone the interview, she said she made a promise, and a promise is a promise. So a joy to have you with us, Belinda. Let me begin and ask you a question about your professional role. So many of our listeners would know Belinda Lee as an actress, a host, and a consummate artist. On screen, you come across as professional and sincere. What of your achievements are you most proud of?
Wow, Tim, I really don't know where to begin. I have to be honest with you. All these years, for the past 20 years of my career, was to be the best that I can be. And every job that I was being given, whether it's hard work, the hardship kind of long-suffering kind of projects, or the easier kind of projects, I really don't think about getting an award or being recognized for what I do. I just try to do my best. Tim 问我说，我可能得了很多奖，而且得到了很多人的认同。我到底在我的整个演艺生涯里面最骄傲的是什么时刻？其实坦白说，我从来没有想过，我事业的哪一段是我最光辉，是我最骄傲的。我只是很用心的去把我需要做的工作给做好。
Well, if that's the case, tell us a bit about Belinda off-screen. Who is Belinda Lee?
Well, Belinda Lee, Lee Xin-yu, on and off screen is the same. On screen, off screen, I'm the same. I don't know how to be something that I'm not. Yeah, 真的，因为听问我说，我到底说目前幕后的我，有什么不一样，有分别吗？坦白说，我就是我，李欣玉就是李欣玉，因为我是一个可能比较感性的人吧，不管做什么事情都好，都是要用心去做，所以不管是台前幕后的我都是一样的。我相信你们应该有看过我的旅游节目吧，我在节目里面是真的蛮辛苦的，也因为这样，我得到了很多人的支持，也包括我相信也包括你们的支持，哭也哭过，笑也笑过，辛苦也辛苦过，甚至有时候也差点丢了自己的命，我只能够说，我只懂得做回自己，不懂得做别人。因为我觉得做回真正的自己，真实的自己才是最快乐的一件事情。Tim, I was just explaining, to be yourself on and off screen is definitely the happiest thing that can ever happen to a human being because you stay real and you stay authentic. So I believe the audience that have seen me working on my travel logs, especially, that I've cried, I bawled my eyes out, I've laughed hysterically like a 小杂包, like a crazy woman. I have almost even lost my life many times while working on some of these projects. I think the audience have seen it all, and I don't know how to be something that I'm not. So I would much prefer to just be me, so that everybody is able to feel me and understand me because I'm human after all. I'm not perfect.
Well, I think that's essentially why people identify with you so easily, Belinda. So just in my limited interaction with you, Belinda, it's clear that you care deeply for family. You've spoken about your mother's battle with cancer before she passed away. And in sharing your heart so beautifully, we witnessed a strong bond between the two of you. Would you share a few thoughts on the role of a caregiver and perhaps even the role that those who are receiving care should have?
I remember when I remember during the remaining days of my mom's life, uh, she was so ill that I had to take her to the hospital. Um, uh, I can't even remember. It was countless times. It was very, very difficult because the day that my helper went back to Indonesia for a break, it was the very day that my mom started to fall very ill and she needed to be hospitalized. And at that time, I was single and I was staying alone with my mom and my dad. So my siblings are all married with family. I was the only caregiver. Uh, and to have to take care of her all alone, 1 full month, it almost drove me crazy. I have to be very honest over here and very candid. It drove me crazy because of a few things. It's not because my mom was being difficult. My heart broke every moment that I saw her in pain. Taking her to the hospital, I have to wait for a long time, to get some form of help, and to not be able to sleep for 1 whole month. When somebody is ill, it's not that they want to be ill. If they have a choice, they will much prefer to be healthy, but they didn't have a choice. They felt ill. So the person who's the caregiver has to be strong enough, not only for them, but for themselves as well. So for me as a caregiver, because it was my first time having to take care of her all alone for 1 whole month, I collapsed, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually as well. And I think because I collapsed, it hurt my mom even more to see that because of her, I was suffering. That's why when I found out about Good Morning St. Luke's, I knew that I wanted to come onto the show to really give a word of encouragement to everybody, not just to the patients or the susu ayi, but also to the caregivers, the staff of St. Luke's Hospital. It's such hard work. And all I can say is both parties would have to be extremely patient and understanding towards one another. The patients have to be very understanding if the staff are overworked and they cannot attend to your needs immediately. And the caregivers would also have to understand the struggles of some of these patients, because you will never be able to understand how they feel because they are the ones who are suffering. So I hope that everybody can have that extra ounce of kindness, extra ounce of love and appreciation for one another. For our Shushu Ayi to say thank you to our nurses, our therapists, whenever they help them, and also for our caregivers to also be forgiving. Sometimes if these Shushu Ayis are a little bit more impatient because they are not comfortable and they're in pain. 所以我只想说的是，我觉得在这段时刻，我觉得真的，健康是财富。没有人想住院，我也不想住院，所以我知道住在医院是很辛苦的一件事情，而且你也很可能有时候觉得自己是一个累赘，你是一个负担。但是我想要让所有的叔叔阿姨姐姐哥哥们知道。你真的不是一个负担。当你来到医院的时候，每一位护士、每一位工作人员，他们真的是尽他们的所能来照顾你，来帮助你们。所以我只能够说的是，我觉得在这段时间是互相接纳互相扶持的一段时间Oh no, Belinda is gonna cry again. 我又要哭了。我永远记得当我照顾妈妈的时候，当我真的没有办法继续下去的时候，好辛苦。妈妈会突然间握着我的手跟我说 Thank you, 谢谢。You do know just the 2 words, thank you, was enough for me to carry on taking care of her. It's not easy. 所以我只是希望大家真的不要忘记这2个这么重要的字，很多时候我们都会忘了它，就是谢谢 Thank you. All it takes is just that 2 words, thank you, and it would really bring a lot more kindness, a lot more love and appreciation among people.
Gosh, thank you so much, Belinda. I can't think of a better way to end this 6 weeks than with those words. powerful words of encouragement to all who are listening. Thank you, Belinda, for standing with us at St. Luke's Hospital.